pattern of violence that has, persisted for years without justice or closure. Again, for the purpose of clarity, what distinguishes genocide from other forms of mass violence?
So in the case of genocide, it is a target and deliberate isolation of a certain group and then the extermination of the group. So you are not just killing at will. You have, in most cases, genocide qualifies, like the judgment in the Supreme Court of the United States, it qualifies when there is a state actor, it's a state policy. There are countries of the world today, if you try to exercise your freedom of worship and you're caught, you'll be killed. And so when they keep, like, for example, I'm not suggesting that is so, but there was a report they said about China that they have this state policy where you couldn't come with any religion other than the religion that or religion that they declare as their official religion. So if you are found like that, you are punished, you are killed, that can be classified as a genocide. When there are criminal activities in which no specific group are targeted, but all groups are being killed, then you cannot call that a genocide. The second point is, the same way that the killings affect the religion of the people who are termed as Christians in probably Plateau State or in Benue, because in those places, predominantly the people are Christians. In the same way, when the bandits and Boko Haram kill people in the northern Nigeria, northeastern Nigeria, or in the northwestern Nigeria, predominantly the people there are Muslims, and therefore they are more in number that gets affected by that. In the southeast, IPOB have been killing their own people. They have been abducting reverends because they said you must stay at home, you must not come out on Monday. Now, the target of those individuals, do you now call it a genocide? So the criminal activities in Nigeria, as far as the government, our own government is concerned, is one that we hate, and we're on top of our game to make sure we put an end to it. But we refuse the notion that there is a Christian genocide in Nigeria, because there is no tribe, no group, no religion that has been, given sort of immunity from the criminal activity that is happening in Nigeria. But the reason why they use that term genocide, I can tell you that today, because they want to be able to rile up the sentiment in the western part of the world so that decisions can be taken against Nigeria. And they are not comfortable with the gains in terms of the economy and the strength that Nigeria is becoming. So anytime you destabilize a country through, let's say, restriction on travel, embargo on the purchase of arms, and all those things you introduce, you will weaken the economy of that country. So attack is against the progress we are making. For the opposition in Nigeria, some of them are accessories to this thing. But the reason they are behind that is because the way we are making steady progress, they no longer have any issue to raise and campaign because we are making the progress. So the only thing they can do is to see how they can be a part of this evil agenda to destabilize Nigeria. One thing is clear. We all agree in Nigeria that insecurity is a problem, and we are all working towards ending it. But where we disagree is that some say that the killings in Nigeria is targeted against Christians. The government is saying it is not targeted against any religion. It is a criminal element trying to use that to divide us. And our focus is to deal with insecurity, not on the basis of religious differences, but on the basis of criminal activities.
All right, Dr. Bwala. So for the purpose of those who are scared, who are still afraid, and who are not convinced, how effective has the Nigerian government been in protecting vulnerable communities? How does the government ensure protection for all religious groups equally?
Yeah, the government does that through the law enforcement and